And we are back on Out and About today, talking trending topics with Don Schlosser and my co-host Brent Meredith. Lots to talk about. One of the things we were talking about as we went into break that's a pleasant conversation is Tegan and Sara. I mean, one of the great duos in pop music right now. They have a new CD that's coming out. They have a new video that just came out for their new single, Boyfriend. They're a very interesting pop duo, and one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about was the fact that they're twins. They're both gay. That doesn't happen because people always like to point out, I think, you know, they say if 1 in 10 people are gay, it's so interesting that there's twins and they're both gay. Now, my question for you is it important that the LGBT community supports other LGBT performers? I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Especially, Don, you have a huge organization, a choral group, Nashville in Harmony.
Yeah, we love the fact that the GLBT community will support us and family and friends will support us. But it's funny because I was thinking about this as we were preparing for this, and it's funny, I don't think so much about supporting LGBT entertainers, but we do think about boycotting. You know, we'll think about taking a stance against somebody, but we don't think about the opposite and saying, well, we need to support the work that they're doing.
Right. That's a very good point.
That's a good point. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I think it's important to support them. I mean, obviously, if you like them and they're likable, you're going to support them even more. But even if not, I think it's better, maybe if you don't like them, just to not say anything bad at all. You know, just the fact that they're up and doing it and that they are gay and are maybe changing hearts and minds, it's important to support them.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we mentioned their new single, Boyfriend. It really is a good song, so we want to make sure that everybody gets a little preview of it right now. This just came out, so take a look at it. Tegan and Sara and Boyfriend.
You treat me like your boyfriend, and trust me like a very best friend. Kiss me like your boyfriend. You call me up like you were your best friend. You turn me on like you were your boyfriend, but I don't wanna be your secret anymore.
That is Tegan and Sara and Boyfriend. Love that song. And they have some really major producers that are working with them on this. They've worked with so many of the pop stars out right now, like Katy Perry and Kelly Clarkson, so they've really enlisted some of the big guns to help with this CD. Now, are you guys fans of Tegan and Sara? Have you just kind of caught on to the music? Are you new to the party?
I'm new to the party,
Okay.
but I was blown away when I saw the vigorous tour schedule that they have there, really out there. And
Yeah.
I'm proud of them.
And it's exciting. They are coming to Nashville. The concert date is October 24th. They're going to be here at the Cannery Ballroom, so make sure if you're a Tegan and Sara fan, you want to get your tickets now. So they do have an extensive touring schedule coming up. All right, want to talk about something. We went from the pleasant to somewhat unpleasant. All right? So this is just interesting because we have one of our nearby pastors from Mount Juliet who's gone a tirade against Target for this, you know, Target saying that you can use the bathroom that you identify your sexual identity with. So a lot of people, I say a lot of people, but some people to the right are boycotting Target. This pastor, in fact, we're going to go ahead and play this right now, and then we'll talk about it on the backside. But listen to what he has to say, and then we'll talk about it on the backside.
Are you kidding me? Your political correctness has caused you to do something extraordinarily stupid. You know why? Because you're not targeting and being inclusive to transgender people by doing this. They make up 0.03% of the population. What you are targeting are perverts, pedophiles, people that are going to harm our children. Let me tell you something, I'll be blunt about it. Before I got saved by the grace of God, I used to smoke a lot of dope, but I've never been that stupid. Are you kidding me? The bathroom that you self-identify with. That has to be one of the most ridiculous moves I've ever heard of in my life. And
Okay, so I just have to kind of ask, how does that hit you? Brent, we'll start with you.
It's hard not to laugh. I mean, I admire that he's got conviction, because that's, you know, that's fine. But it's hard not to laugh. He's got all the facts wrong. He's got really everything wrong about his entire tirade, which, you know, he thinks he's sort of championing the cause, and he's really just making himself look uninformed.
Right.
Yeah, it really is laughable, and it's unfortunate. And I think it's out of stupidity and a lot of immaturity, perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't want name names.
And maybe the dope smoking really hasn't stopped. I don't know. I don't know, but to
or
go
maybe you need some. I don't know.
Well, and you know, to me,
Chill.
one of the interesting things is, and I think we talked about this last week during one of our buzzabouts, but it's how people so often, it's not even the point of what they're going for, but they try to turn it to something else, and they talk about, you know, it's that fear
It is.
factor where they're saying, you know, well, this is going to cause pedophiles to go into, you know, the little girl's room and that sort of thing. And, you know, the thing that plays on, we were saying fear, but I think a lot of times in the rural areas, this goes to something where they think, okay, I'm going to say this, I'm going to point this out, and I'm going to make you afraid of this point, which really steers you away from the
It's a
point.
distraction.
Right,
Yeah,
it's a distraction. I mean, because as we've said before, I mean, most pedophiles are not transgender individuals. I mean, he's taking something that's supposed to be helping a portion of the population just be accepted and making this sort of disconnected fallacy where if this, then this will happen. It's just, it doesn't make sense.
Well,
Right.
we knew there'd be a backlash. I mean,
Yeah.
for ages, gays and lesbians were considered to be pedophiles, and now we're just going to, now that we have marriage equality, let's find another group that we
Exactly.
can put
Yeah.
to slam against.
Well,
the
yeah.
other thing I thought was interesting is that he said he accused Target of being politically correct, and I don't think their move was about political correctness at all. It was about inclusion, and it was about compassion. And it was saying for our employees and our customers, we are going to make the most compassionate step.
Well, and he's saying they're politically correct, but you know that's not necessarily what the politics right now aren't in their favor. Is what I'm trying. I guess I'm trying to say. So it's like it's not even. It doesn't even make any sense when you try to look at it from that angle.
Right. I just, in the last minute that we have on the segment, wanted to bring up something just to kind of weed through in. Alabama City's new anti-trans law is nation's most terrifying. So Oxford, Alabama has now imposed a $500 fine and up to 6 months in jail if someone uses a public bathroom that matches their gender identity. Oxford City Council unanimously approved this. So are we going to see more of this, do you think, or is this just like a few little places that are going to try to get some...
How are you going to legislate that?
How are you going to enforce
How are
that?
you-
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody who identifies as a woman and is passing as a woman goes in a woman's restroom, who's going to know? Who's going
know.
to say?
It really is. I mean, it's just ludicrous. But
And
here
the
again,
police there, the police in Oxford, Alabama, says that we will do what we do with everyone. We'll go there, and if we catch somebody in the act, well, that's not going to happen.
No,
Right.
but it goes back to your point earlier about it sends a message,
Right.
which is we don't want you here.
It's just
So-
reactionary. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
again,
just-
ridiculous. So, guys, we're out of time. Thanks so much for being here, Don.